I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and Christ justifies it. I'm gonna say this, and Christ justifies this, right? You was not that bad before you came into this truth. You was not that bad before you came into this truth.
I just need a little faith in the Most High. He order all the steps I take. Time may get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. But yeah, I will walk the water for your grace.
And that's when you got to have faith, right? You have to have faith because well, the foxes have holes and the birds have their nests, right?
And it said the Messiah does not.
And the Messiah does not. But take no thought about tomorrow because it's enough evil for today. So therefore, worry about today and have faith in the Most High God. And that's what we gotta get back to. Us in this truth, that's what we gotta get back to. Like you gotta have more faith, and that's our superpower. That's our superpower is having faith. Now we're making things happen because what? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, things of evidence of things not seen on small and large scale. I don't know where my next meal is coming from, but you know what? I know the Most High provides. He's going to do it for me. As long as I'm being diligent, looking to the generations of old, have anyone ever doubted God? Was any of them ever confounded by God? So who am I? If I'm following the commandments of God, I should be straight. I know, and the thing about it is that life happens. Life happens, and it weighs us down. It weighs us down. And now it's like, I know I'm an Israelite, but I know I can't do this. I don't want, I don't want to do this. Hey brother, how you doing? I don't want to do this. But my flesh is, I'm being tempted. No. Yes, you're being tempted, but watch this. Is Satan tempted you with the devices that you once was using? And look at it like this. In fact, that's the only way we should be looking at it. I'm not, Most High God, well, the devil can't tempt you, Satan can't tempt you, unclean food. That's not my issue. I could fast, right? I can go on a fast. Now I may get hungry, this, that, third, some fried chicken, that's clean food, but I'm like, no, I'm fasting for this particular issue, right? So even though I may be hungry, but hey, they got ribs, this, that, and the third. It doesn't bother me having eaten for 3 days. Don't bother, it's all unclean. I'm not moved to eat that. But the system may hit my phone. Now Satan knows exactly how to get you. And now you got to be strong. Now you're in the middle of this fast, or you may not be fasting. Right? When you're fasting, Satan knows that you're kind of weak. So that's when a lot of temptation is going to come. But even when you're not fasting, some of them temptations or vices that you thought you dealt with, they come back to visit you. See, you know what? Let me see. Matter of fact, let me get that. Swept clean. Matthew 12. And this is Christ's work. And I like to think on this, because since we in this truth, we got to be cautious for us not to become a reprobate. No matter what life throws at us, because it gets harder in this truth. But yet we got to seek the Lord 10 times more. The harder it gets, the more we got to seek the Most High God. Because Ezra said, every man that is born, they got to fight. But what does your fight look like though? Are you giving in to every battle, every situation, or are you really fighting, being that 1% better each day? You know what? I ain't thinking about tomorrow because Christ told me not to take no thought about tomorrow. But this is what I'm dealing with right now. Let me get to this day. Let me go through this day without me sinning, without me going off. And once I lay my head down at night, I say my prayers, and I reflect from the day. All praise to the Most High God, you got me through.
It's like NA or AA, one day at a time.
One day at a time. And now when you get the next day, hey, I conquered that last yesterday. I could conquer the same thing again. Now you doing the week. Not whatever your vice man. I haven't dealt with that in, man, it's been 2 months. It's been 2 years. It's been 5 years. But that don't mean it's not going to come back. Watch this. This is Matthew 12 in verse where I want
43.
43. Yep, I got to highlight it. 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking to rest, and findeth none. So that unclean spirit that you got up out of you, you purged through keeping the laws of God. Hey, that spirit is walking, trying to find something else. That's why you hear brothers and sisters talking about, a spirits be jumping around. Or when you're dealing with, when you're around certain individuals, that spirit jumps off on you. That spirit is going around into dry places, looking for rest, looking for that same vessel, that same body. Because that's, you know what? Isaiah was the man that, man, he didn't sell drugs the way I sell, he didn't do it the way I did it, or he didn't get down the way that, man, I went to this vessel here, I didn't like how she did it. I went to this, so you know what? I'm looking for rest. That's what that wicked spirit is looking for. But you gotta be on guard. Watch this. Verse 44. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth swept, empty, and garnished. So just like I said, hey, I'm looking for rest, and I'm going, you know what? Let me go back to Theophilus. Let me go back to Shalamah. Let me go back to Isaiah. But when that wicked spirit comes back, it's swept, empty, clean, garnished. Brother got the menorah up in here, right? He got the laws on his door. He used to have bacon all in it. Man, catfish not at the fish sticks. Now wait a minute. What happened to the fried, the frozen crab cakes? What's all of this? Oh man, the movies is gone off the phone. Man, this. Well, you know what? Let me see. Let me test the waters, right? Verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. So now, you know what? This brother's different. He has the laws of God decorated in his vessel. That same temptation can't get him. So you know what? Let me go and find 7 more wicked spirits than what I am now. So even though I was only smoking weed, you know what? Let me tempt this brother to smoke some weed, but you know what? It's going to be an evil spirit, and we're going to replace it with something. You've been smoking weed for years. I'm going to say this. And Christ justifies it. I'm going to say this, and Christ justifies this, right? You was not that bad before you came into this truth. You was not that bad before you came into this truth. Based off of this. Brothers was in jail. Brothers been in hospital. Sisters been in hospital. Things was bad for them. But you still alive. You still alive. You still walking. Right? As a God on the earth, as we should be. But the end is not yet. So you got to keep on going. Because those 7 wicked spirits is coming back. And you want your vessel to be swept, clean, and garnished to fight the temptations. Because when that wicked spirit, whatever vice you dealt with, is coming back with 7 more wicked spirits. So now you just smoked all that time. Or you ate those unclean foods all those years. Never had an issue, but you came to the truth. And you just get one bad pork chop, one bad shrimp. Now that parasite, right? Now you bugged out your mind because you had, and think about it, you went to the club and got the weed. How? Or you went to your buddy off the street that you've been knowing for years, but it's laced because he got it from somewhere. Watch this. So like I said, you wasn't that bad. It don't matter what type of situation you was in, because now that you came into this truth, things should got a little easier through the spiritual eye, but physically, as Ezra said, we gotta fight, right? I'm gonna read it again, verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there, because you gave in to that temptation. Now they dwell in there, right? And the last state of that man is worse than the first state. That's why I said y'all wasn't that bad before you came into this truth. But now that stumbling block, or you didn't gave into that temptation. The Bible teaches us a righteous man falleth 7 times, right? But what makes that righteous man righteous? He gets back up. He don't fall back into that same temptation, though.
A fool stays in his folly.
A fool will stay in his folly. He returns to his vomit. And just that one time you return to your vomit, that be the one time that it makes you sick, and the Most High God
smelled one of those things, man.
Hey, it's the
that
spirit.
Smells good.
Gone. Hey, that's the spirit. So now those 7 wicked spirits, and now they dwell in there. And Christ, and these are Christ's words. He said, "You're worse off. That man is worse off than the last state he was in." So that's why I said y'all wasn't that bad. You may have been down. Trust me, I know. We all come from different walks of life. But now we all on one accord, keeping the laws of God, seeing through our spiritual lens, understanding why things are thus. But like I said, sometimes you even have to question your own self. Sometimes being honest with myself, sometimes I struggle with myself. Where did the time go? Is it slipping away? We get in that kind of state of depression.
Yeah, I'm exactly like that. Like, I've been going through a homeless situation for a decade. You know, I'll get on my feet a little bit, I'll fall off, you know, and it's like I don't have no real help from no family, so it's like I can't even shower in my auntie crib, nothing. I don't get high, you know. And it's
Right.
I'm out here on my own, and that's fine, you know. It's just but like shower can help, you know. I can't get a job because it's like I'm mistaken, you know. So it's like I'm just stuck, and it's like I've been in real estate, I've owned businesses before. I've been a rich man, I've been a poor man, you know, and trying to, you know, get back to at least just to get a place, and it's like I got so many business ideas, and it's like I'm right at the cusp of starting my business again, and can't get a job, don't qualify for government assistance, you know, all this stuff, and it's like I'm just stagnant, and I'm just looking, I'm like, man, I'm 33 years old, I'm about to be 34, I've been talking about this for years, and I'm like, I'm just tired.
You know,
like I could easily, you know, go back to something.
It's easy. It's easy, but you can't get tempted like that. That's why you gotta keep on fighting. You gotta keep on striving. You gotta keep on striving for this truth. Because Satan wants you, think about it, Satan wants you to go back. He wants you to go back. He wants to prove to the Most High God, because that's his job, is to be your adversary. Right. Contrary to popular belief, people think Satan is God's adversary, but no, he created Satan to be your adversary. So he can prove to the Most High God, see there?
You don't deserve the kingdom.
You don't deserve the kingdom. That was never your servant anyway. And you don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that for my brother. But you know, my heart and prayer desire that all of Israel will be saved. But I understand what Ezekiel prophesied. Right. We understand the 2/3. We understand that, but that's why you gotta keep on striving. Let me get this. What is that? I think that's second Ezra. You know, and that's why we gotta keep on striving. You know, the Bible teaches us to put on the entire armor of God. That way we may withstand the blows of the devil. Because sometimes, hey, I got my breastplate on, got my back plate on, got my helmet, got my arm gear. But you mess your knee pads. or you miss your leg. You know you've got to cover your legs. And now you're stumbling. Now you tripped up, right? But but depending, you can't just, hey, if you trip, hey, get back up. And make sure you cover, you put that armor on. But don't let that trip up be your downfall, then you become a reprobate. And the Most High blow that candlestick out. Because now the truth is becoming grievous to you. Now law keeping is becoming grievous to you. You don't want that kind of spirit on you. Because now you're on the slow but quick way to being bugged down in a worse state that you was in before. And it says, we know this. We know this. And that's why, we gotta serve God with our entire heart. Of course, keeping your mind, but it's not always pleasant though. What do I mean by pleasant serving the Most? Not pleasant serving the Most High God. When you're down, when you're down for real, no friends, no family, where could I go? But Christ said he has the peace that surpasses all understanding. You still got peace. If you stay with the Most High God, look at Job, for example. Everything was taken away from him. And even the enemies of the other nations came and cursed God before him, cursed his God. And it was smooth with it, making it seem like it was this was coming from God. You will have enemies coming to you like that. Maybe your friends or whatnot, that may be like that. That's why the Bible says you got to take heed of your friends or whom you may be around. Because sometimes they may dress it up to seem like it's coming from God, but if it's contrary to your spirit, then your spirit should be linked up with the laws of God, right? It should be in order with the prophets and the disciples. If it goes contrary to that, hey, I don't think, nah, brother or nah, sister, brothers getting this thing, they get weary. They get weary for a wife, right? Yep, 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 57. Then he answered me, and said, this is the condition of the battle. This is the condition that we go through, day in and day out. Sometimes we up, sometimes we down. Some days are better than others. And some days it's like we're living in hell. But Ezra said this is the condition of the battle. Because we ain't saved out of this land yet, out of our captivity yet. And it reads on. Which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. You got to fight on. You got to fight on in this truth. Striving for the kingdom. Denying yourself every day. When you want to go off. Or when that spirit of depression comes upon you. You don't even know why you're depressed, but you just, I was a good day, but why am I feeling thus? That's what you gotta fight. Or when you've been in a lower state for a long time, hey, you gotta fight. You gotta keep building yourself up. Hey, and having faith, coupled with faith. I know the Most High God is gonna make a way. I know the Most High God is gonna make a way. I've been keeping and see, that's the thing about it. That's how David prayed. I've been keeping the commandments. I've been faithful. Why wouldn't the Most High God bless me? So therefore, you know what? In all things, let me give thanks. Let me give thanks. Count it all joy, what James said, right? Verse 58. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that which I may say. So, hey, you're going to have to suffer. But you're going to get that victory, though. But you got to stay fighting. You got to put on the whole armor of God. You got to understand that peace that surpasses all understanding. They're going to look at Brother Isaiah. Man, Brother Isaiah, he got this and that going on, but it's a glow about that brother, though.
And it's like, I get that sometimes, my man. Like, the other night, me and my sister were kicking it. We talking like we normally do, and this one brother drives up to us. And I walk up to him. Got biblical, he pulls over his car, and we talking for hours. Like, his brother's calling me a prophet, his brother's calling me a teacher. I'm like, whoa, bro, I am nowhere near a prophet. I'm just saying what the prophets already said. I am not a prophet. it's like I don't like those type of praises. You know what I mean?
Right. Humble brother. You a humble brother.
It's like I have knowledge in other things too, but it's like I don't like people putting me up because there's long. Because I even told that brother, like, hey man, I ain't even really living right to be even telling you this. And it's like I could bring you around some brothers I know who are a lot more spiritually inclined than I am, a lot better off, and have a better hold on this than I do.
Right.
You know, but it's like I get that a lot from people. Like, man, you're a teacher, man. You're a prophet, man. You know, it's like, man, the stuff you know, the average Joe doesn't know this, man. You need to open up a school. You need to do this. You need to speak, man. Like, I'm just like, man, bruh. It's like I'll meet someone, I'll tell them a little something in passing, and I'll get up on my way. I'm not a teacher. I'm not in the right mind to teach.
Hey, that's the spirit of the Most High God speaking to you through them, being that vessel. Of course, being wise, though. What do I mean by that? Oh, they tell you you're a prophet, you're a teacher. That's them telling you, brother, keep on striving. Keep on ever learning. Don't get lackadaisical in this truth. Don't get lackadaisical in your law keeping. Don't get lackadaisical in your lifestyle. It may be rough. It is rough out here. It is rough out. It's not maybe, it is.
Right.
We all going through different things. Some better than others. But there's no respect to persons because we're all in the same bucket. We're all in the same state. But now, us building our people up, building our nation up, we helping each other out. We helping each other out. This is Philippians 4 and verse 7. I'm gonna start at, I'm gonna start at 4. Philippians 4 and 4. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. Not rejoicing sometimes, but rejoicing always. Not rejoicing with the, hey, I got a place. You know, Most High God bless me with a place. Got a shower of food in the refrigerator. No, not just that. Hey, I may not have a place to lay my head tonight. You know, but I'm still giving God praise. I'm still giving God rejoicing. You're not letting that. You're not when you're down like that. You're not letting Satan in your ear talk to you. But it's going to talk to you, but you're not letting him get to you. Now get behind me, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. I'm rejoicing in the Most High God. You know, I'm thankful for this state because my glory, my testimony of the state that I'm in now is going to be way better than in the next few days or the next few years. Whenever the Most High God delivers you from that, now you can use your experience, what you went through, to build another brother up, to build another sister up. Because let me tell you this, you're not the only brother that's going through that. You're not, you got other brothers and sisters going through the same thing you're going through. Right. Until we get up out of here, Lord willing, hey, if we don't get out of here in this lifespan, we grow old in this thing, get great gray hairs, like this brother here, on our beards. It's gonna be a brother come up to you, had the same exact issue. But now, through your experience, you got wisdom through the scriptures though. That's when you have one up on other people that go through the same issues, but they're not in this Bible. That's how you get one up. Now you can teach to this brother like, hey, or sister like, you know what? I went through the same exact issue what I went through. Now I'm condescending to the same state that they were in. It's some brothers and sisters that I talked to in this truth, that dealt with repossession, that dealt with eviction, that dealt with job loss, through family loss. Who can I run to? I gotta run to these scriptures. I gotta run to the medicine of life, the friends that I keep round about. Those are the people I need to run to, because what? They're gonna build me up with thus says the Lord. And not give me sharp rebuke. They're gonna give me this. Philippians 4 and 5. Let your moderation be known unto all men that the Lord is at hand. Meaning, hey, the Most High is here. The Most High is here. And he's coming back. and through my actions, right? Hey, that brother, I don't know about that brother though. I don't know about that brother, but I can tell you he got some type of vibe about, that's what they say, vibe or energy about it. That is pleasing to dwell around that brother. But how though? Look at the state that he's in. But he's always keeping the laws of God. He's always rejoicing when he's down. But look at his countenance. He's glowing. Verse 6, it says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, letting your requests, this is for you, letting your requests be known unto God. You gotta let your requests be known unto the Most High God. Hey, Most High, I need you to bless me with a job so I could do your work, right? I need you to bless me with a house, with an apartment. You know what I mean. I need you to bless me somewhere I can lay my head. I've been keeping the laws. I've been keeping it faithfully, not just law keeping because I don't want the judgments of them. Because if you're doing that, you're going off. No, I'm keeping the laws because I want to. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. I have an inclination to serve the Most High God, and it's my good pleasure. And if it's your good pleasure, it will be his good pleasure to give you the kingdom. I'm gonna read that again. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer. So you gotta constantly seek the Most High God's face. Constantly, day in, day out. And the best time to do it is when you don't want to do it. The best time to do it, the best time to look up some videos to get built up spiritually is when you don't want to do it. The best time to do it is when Satan is knocking at your door. The best time to do it is when you just like you're about to step on the other side of sin, because you know life is weighing me down, and I need this. Like I need some kind of release of life. I need this blunt. Or someone may have an issue with strong drink. We teach strong drink is lawful, but maybe a brother or a sister may have had an issue with liquor, with strong drinking and wine, and they don't need to touch that. But then, now they're not supposed to be having the bottle. But now, all this been going on, and they want to get on that other side, just so they can release some. But no, like I read to you before, you don't want that sin to creep in. You don't want that sin to creep in. And verse 7, and here's the point. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding. It doesn't matter what the other people think, the people around about you. It's the peace that you have that passes all understanding, even understanding with you. How am I built up like this? And I'm in this little state. No, it's the peace of God, giving glory to the Most High God. It's the peace of God that passes all understanding. And it shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ. Those are the things. Now it goes on to say, so whatever things are pure, right? Because now you're living pure, now your walk is pure.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program.
To a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no tale bearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no